So good morning. Welcome to the first of two summer band concerts. We have this one at 8:20. You're going to be graced with our beginners from first session. Yeah, go ahead, give them a hand. And what you see in front of you right now is less than half of the sixth grade band because this is first session plus some people that are on vacation. So reminds me to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to make summer band happen for these students. Having them get started before they come back in the fall in their mixed instrument groupings is so important to them. So thank you for taking the time. Before I forget, my name is Ms. Majelik. I'm the middle school band director. And for some of you, this is the first time I'm meeting you in person. For my eighth graders, this is their first live audience performance in a year and a half. So they're excited too. And I realized yesterday, second session, we have our seventh graders and our other half of the beginners. That for my seventh graders, today will be their first live audience performance, which is kind of amazing in the middle of all this. So I'm very proud of these students and all the work they've done over the past crazy time as we've gotten into this. And again, thank you for taking the time to make all of this happen. So the first part of the concert is the beginners. The second part is my eighth graders that chose to be part of the summer band that aren't on vacation and everything else. And so the first part is kind of a show and tell. So we're going to start with what they did on the first day, which might sound kind of funny, but it's really important for what they do in playing their instrument. But like I said, without that sound, nothing else happens as we are getting started with this. So we continued on with some whole notes, and I'm letting them put their instruments back together while I'm talking here. And while I'm doing that, we have an audience member that I want to introduce to you today. Mr. Miller is back there. He's the new middle school principal that is joining us for our concert. And he just started, 2 days ago? So, 2 days ago. So if you want to meet him, he's here joining us this morning. So we're going to continue now with some poems. A little piece called Half Note Rock. We started to get into some half notes. As we continue through the concert, I'm going to be introducing you to all of my other summer band staff members because I can't possibly do all these things by myself. So we're going to start first this morning and with Mr. Linderkamp. And we have each section is going to do their own little feature parts. You'll have a chance to hear how far they've come in some of these little feature parts.
Good morning. My name is Chuck Linderkamp, and it's been my privilege to work with the oboes and the clarinets during the first session. and saxophones during the second session. Today we're going to present to you the song America.
Next, we have a duet titled El Camino Mariachi. And as we continued along, we started to get into whole notes, talking about tonguing and articulation. This is a tune called Stepping Stone. Next, I'm going to introduce you to our flute instructor, Ms. Medina.
Stop pushing me.
Good morning, everybody. I am so fortunate to get to spend every summer spending a month teaching my favorite instrument, flute. And today we are going to play for you the chorus from the song Wavin' Flag by Canaan.
Next, we're just going to start getting into some tunes you might recognize, like Hot Cross Buns.
Stop. That's the name of it.
And our next tune is called Merrily We Roll Along. Next, I'm going to introduce a couple more people. John Baumgartner is our low brass, trumpet, French horn instructor. And Jen Sikora from Wildwood has been helping us out also this summer with the 7th graders second session and also with all of our brass people. She's a great addition to the program. And Mr. Draper, somewhere around here, is our percussion instructor. He's also been assisting in a lot of other things this summer. He'll be doing the percussion and the concert. All of the private teachers that I'm introducing this morning also become private teachers. The summer band teachers become private teachers as we get into the school year, and they continue to teach lessons through Community Ed. So that's a great asset to the program, that you can take lessons right here at the middle school during their band hour, before school, after school, or during the supper time. So that works out really well. So we have Mr. Baumgartner.
Hi, I'm John Baumgartner, and we are going to play, or I've been teaching the trumpets and horns, and we are playing in a minor movement.
Next, we have another duet called London Bridge. we have one more short little tune with these students. And by the end of summer band, our goal was to get into being able to articulate and play eighth notes. The last tune is called Epic Eighth Notes, and then we'll have a quick transition while the eighth graders come over and the beginners will move over to those places. So before we get started with the eighth graders, let's give those beginners one more hand. They've come a long way. So these students have been playing a little bit longer. They reminded me this morning that they have done only a couple live performances, one being a summer band concert and one being their December concert. And so they're like, oh, it's been a little while. So they're excited to share with you. We're going to start with B-flat blues. One thing we do as the students get older, we talk a lot about improvisation. So we have 4 students this morning that have chosen to do a short improvised solo for you this morning, and they're kind of making it up as they go. These are their own creations. So this is the B-flat blues, and we have 4 soloists this morning. this is our first chance for these 8th graders to play a piece in 5/4 time. So this is a tune called Mission Impossible. Next tune we have with this group is called Lean on Me. recognized, originally recorded by The Weeknd. This is Blinding Lights. And as we think about today, no blinding lights up there. It's interesting in Minnesota, sometimes we wish for cooler weather and then we really get cooler weather. So thank you for joining us on this rather cool July morning. So this is Blinding Lights. And we have one more song with this group ending our summer band concert. Before we close with this last tune, again, thank you for joining us. This is a really important performance for all of these students. It's great to have, like I mentioned, a live audience once again. So it's been a lot of fun to do that. Again, great work to our beginners getting started. Every time you start something new, it's tricky to do that, and thank you for your support of them at home. These students here, again, growing to the next level. They've improved a lot over the summer band time. Tomorrow we do have one more day of summer band, and tomorrow I have a whole bunch of things we're going to give away. I went shopping at Growth Music, so we have some fun gifts coming out tomorrow, so we'll have a drawing for that. And in addition, we'll do some pictures and stuff like that. So that'll be our last day of summer band. Encourage your students to keep playing over the summer. The red books that they have for the beginners actually work with any instrument. So they can get together with students, even students that were in second session summer band. If they have friends that play a different instrument, they're welcome to use those. Encourage them to keep playing as much as possible. And with the 8th graders here, they're going to be using the book too, and that also works. And if you want to stick around, we do have another concert at 10 o'clock this morning, and that'll be other beginners plus our 7th graders. So we're going to end the concert today with a tune you're sure to recognize, All Star. Good morning, and welcome to the second of our 2 summer band concerts this morning. We had one at 8:20. Mother Nature is doing okay. We wished for cooler weather, and we got much cooler weather. So thank you for being here with us this morning. This is kind of a really important concert for our beginners and for our 7th graders. For our beginners, this is their chance to show off what they've learned in the last few weeks. My name is Ms. Stajelic, and I am the middle school band director, and I'll be introducing you to all the other people that have been helping me as staff members this summer. It's also a really important concert for the 7th graders over there because last year during summer band, they were virtual. So this is actually their first concert with a live audience. So thank you for being here with us and making all of this happen. If you do, if you would like a chair, there's still some extras inside. There's an extra there, so help yourself with those. So we're going to begin with what happened on day one with the beginners. Kind of a funny sound, but an important sound. And you might have heard some of that at home in the last couple weeks or in the last couple of years. So again, that's a really important sound. We may laugh about it, but without that sound, nothing else happens. So they're going to put things back together, and we're going to continue with poems. And then we continued on with half notes. This is half note rock. So now I'm going to start introducing some of my other summer band staff as they do feature parts. And here's where you actually get a chance to hear how far they've come. So first we have Mr. Linderkamp.
Hello, thanks, Mr. Jollick. My name is Chuck Linderkamp, and it's been my privilege to work with the saxophones during this section. Earlier, I worked with the clarinet and the oboe class, and today we would like to present the song America. Next, we started playing duets, and this is El Camino Mariachi.
we started getting into quarter notes and talking about tonguing and articulation with stepping stones. Next, we have Mr. Baumgartner coming out to conduct the trombones and baritone.
Hi, I'm Mr. Baumgartner. I've been working with the trombones and baritones this period, and the trumpets and French horns in the first period. This is in a minor mood.
And then we'll start getting into some tunes you might recognize, like Hot Cross Buns. And another tune you might recognize called Merrily We Roll Along. And you've been maybe seeing Mr. Draper back there with the percussion, so he's going to come forward and conduct a percussion piece.
Hi, I'm Mr. Draper. We'll be playing a song featuring our percussion section. It's been really fun working with them. For assignments, I've always wrote what to do on sticky notes, so I wrote a piece called Sticky Notes.
as you're hearing some of the feature parts and the full band, you can hear how far these beginners have come in the last few weeks. It's quite amazing how much they've improved as starting on the first day. We're going to continue now with another duet called London Bridge. And these students, just a reminder, this is less than half of the incoming sixth grade band. The first session, we had a little less than half of the band, and this is the other half. Some people on vacations and so forth. So thank you for taking the time to make all of this happen. It's really important for them to get a start on their instruments before they come back in the fall. Well, we have one more tune with this group, and then the next group is going to take the stage. And the next group this morning is going to be seventh graders. We have some eighth graders that stuck around to play even first and session. And then we have some sixth graders that already played their instruments already, so they are in the second group, so they'll be coming in. So our last tune with this group is called Epic Eighth Notes. Just a reminder that no matter what instrument the beginners are playing, even if there's somebody from first session, that the Red Tradition of Excellence book works back and forth, so that if they get together with their friends over the summer, they can keep playing even with people of other instruments. So encourage them to keep playing over the summer before they come back in September. So this is Epic Eighth Notes. Blues. We use this as a warm-up. We also did some improv and things with it over the summer, so we're just going to do third, kind of a little B-flat blues warm-up first. Next, we're going to perform a tune I'm sure you'll recognize. This is High Hopes, recorded by Panic at the Disco. Jen Sikora. She's an elementary music teacher over at Wildwood Elementary, and she's been a great help with our program. She's been helping with the beginners and also with the 7th grade.
Hi, as Mr. Delic said, I am Jen Sikora, and normally you'll find me over at Wildwood Elementary. It's kind of fun to see a lot of familiar faces out here supporting their older siblings today, too, so thanks for coming out. It's been so much fun working with this group. Our next piece is called Anastasia.
So one of the things that the students didn't get to do this past school year because of COVID and everything else going on is work in like duets and trios and small ensembles. So one of the things I did with this group this summer is gave them a chance to work in these small groups, not knowing if any of them would want to perform for the concert. And we have 2 of these groups that have decided they would like to perform here this morning. So we first have a group that's going to play Erie Canal. two smaller groups, and we realized they were all doing the same song, so we put them together, and they're going to be performing Calypso Morning.
Our next piece is one that will kind of bring everyone back to the movie theater. We hope you enjoy Raiders March.
So we have one more tune with the students that are in front of you right now. Let's have another round of applause for our beginners over there. And I'm exceptionally proud of the students behind me right now. They have endured a very tough year in the middle of COVID. Some of them coming from other schools where their bands didn't play at all. The school year, doing the distance thing, they learned how to play their instruments, most of these students behind me, through a computer screen, not in person. And so they have learned what it is to endure. Their motivation skills, the things that they've learned in the past year are going to do wonders for them down the road, because I'm so proud of what they have done. And again, for most of the students behind me, this is their first concert ever playing for a live audience. So let's give them another round of applause. And through the middle of all this, thank you for your support at home, because without all of what you've done for these students at home, none of this is possible. So thank you again for that. And before we conclude, tomorrow is the last day of summer band. We will have prizes and pictures and all sorts of fun things. Luckily, the weather worked out well for us today. Again, when we invite cool weather in Minnesota, we never quite know what we're going to get, but I think we would probably take this over 95 and humid right now. So worked out to be a nice morning out here. And we're going to end with Rockology. Thanks again for coming. They will pick up their instruments and they'll be back out in just a bit.